To walk through an ancient forest is to walk through a cathedral of life, but also a graveyard. Here, giants lie fallen, their colossal trunks like sleeping behemoths returning to the earth. Mosses and fungi claim their bark, creating a soft, green shroud. The forest floor is a landscape of mounds and hollows, a testament to the cycle of life and death. Look closer at where these titans have fallen. Their demise was one of incredible violence. As the tree toppled, it tore its roots from the ground, leaving a massive plate of earth standing vertically. This root plate is a wall of soil and roots, often several meters high. Behind it, a deep cavity is left in the earth, a dark wound in the forest floor. These scenes are repeated across the world's woodlands, each fallen giant creating a unique feature. These voids are not just empty spaces, they are the beginnings of a new kind of habitat. For the casual observer, it is simply a hole in the ground, but for those in need, it is a promise of shelter. In the quiet stillness of the forest, one can understand how our ancestors saw not just decay, but opportunity. They saw a place to hide from the wind, escape the rain, and disappear from predators. This is where our story begins, in the dark earth beneath the roots of a fallen tree. The creation of a root shelter is a process of geological and biological chance. It begins with the life of a tree, its roots gripping the earth with immense strength. But when a powerful force is applied, this anchor can be broken. A gale-force wind can rock the tree until the soil gives way, wrenching the root system from the ground. What is left is a perfect ready-made structure. The upturned root plate forms a solid back wall, providing protection from the wind. The cavity left by the roots forms the main living space, offering natural defense against the elements. The geography of these shelters is as varied as the forests they are found in. In conifer forests, fallen spruce and fir create shelters with a tall root plate. In deciduous woodlands, a fallen oak or beech creates a different kind of space. The location of the fall is critical. A tree on a slope can create a naturally terraced floor. This natural formation is key to the root shelter's effectiveness, requiring no initial digging. For an animal or human in need of refuge, this is a remarkable gift. The violent death of a tree creates perfect conditions for the preservation of another life. Long before written history, our ancestors understood the value of these natural hollows. Indigenous peoples across the globe utilized the gifts of the forest, with the root shelter being among the most important. The Sami people of Scandinavia and indigenous peoples of North America adapted these spaces for temporary dwellings. These practices show a way of living based on observation, adaptation, and respect for the natural world. The root shelter was not just a primitive hut, it was a symbol of a relationship with the land. During WW2, Eastern Europe's forests became a refuge for partisans, resistance fighters waging guerrilla war. The forest was their ally, and the root shelter, their hidden sanctuary. In Belarus, Poland, and Ukraine, fighters used root cavities as starting points for underground bunkers. The root plate concealed entrances from aerial surveillance and ground patrols. These were not just hideouts, they were command posts, hospitals, and homes. Memoirs describe the tension of living in these hidden shelters, where a single mistake could betray their location. Yet these root shelters provided crucial security, a barrier against the enemy. The forest itself seemed to conspire with them, its natural forms aiding their fight. The legacy of these shelters remains, marking sites of wartime sanctuaries. Transforming a root cavity into a shelter is an art form requiring knowledge and skill. A survivalist must choose the right location, ensuring the ground is well drained and the root plate stable. Once a suitable cavity is found, construction begins by leaning poles against the root plate. These poles form the framework for walls and roof, woven with smaller branches to create a dense mesh. Debris is piled against this framework for insulation, using fallen leaves, pine needles, and moss. The thicker the debris, the better the insulation, also serving as camouflage. The interior is prepared with a bedding of dry leaves or pine boughs for warmth. A small fire pit might be constructed near the entrance. Every step uses available materials, creating comfort and security from the wilderness. It is a masterful demonstration of turning a simple hole into a functional home. This process shows how to create a hidden home from the raw materials of the forest. A shelter that cannot keep you dry is worse than no shelter at all. Waterproofing is critical, with debris shedding water like a thatched roof. For heavy rain, birch bark or moss can create an impermeable barrier. Drainage is equally important. A shelter on a slope is ideal. A trench around the shelter diverts rainwater, preventing flooding. Keeping the interior dry requires foresight and careful engineering. Maintaining warmth relies on thick debris walls and deep bedding. A small fire can be built inside, with the root plate reflecting heat. Ventilation is essential to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. A small opening allows smoke to escape, balancing warmth with safety. The risk of fire is real. Materials are flammable, requiring careful management. Balancing warmth with fire risk is a delicate calculation. This process demonstrates the challenges of staying warm, dry, and safe. The root shelter is a testament to the elegance of nature's designs. It is a powerful example of creating comfort from the raw materials of the wilderness. Beyond protection from the elements, the root shelter offers camouflage. Built from forest materials, it blends perfectly with its surroundings. The upturned root plate and debris-covered roof appear natural. From a distance, a well-constructed root shelter is virtually invisible. This concealment was crucial for partisans and those evading detection. The shelter muffles scent, sound, and light, allowing existence without disturbance. It is the ultimate expression of leave no trace. The psychological comfort of invisibility is profound, providing a mental refuge. The root shelter is more than a physical refuge. It is a mental one. It allows a person to survive in the wilderness, becoming one with it. The ancient art of building a root shelter remains a cornerstone of modern survival training. Survival experts and military forces continue to learn this fundamental skill. In an age of technology, true preparedness lies in mastering the basics. Manuals and courses teach the principles of site selection, insulation, and waterproofing. These skills reconnect people with the forest, building confidence and self-reliance. Building a root shelter is a lesson in physics, biology, and engineering. It demonstrates the enduring relevance of ancient wisdom. The root shelter is a testament to the timelessness of survival needs. The root shelter is more than primitive accommodation. It symbolizes humanity's bond with nature. It represents our ability to adapt and create safety from the Earth's raw materials. From early humans to partisan fighters, the hollow beneath a fallen tree has offered sanctuary. It is a place where the line between human and wild worlds blurs. The death of a tree begins a new chapter, creating a niche for new life. Building a root shelter is participating in this cycle, borrowing the forest's architecture. This technique persists because it works, requiring only knowledge and effort. It is a democratic form of shelter available to anyone in need. The root shelter is a testament to the elegance of nature's designs. It is a reminder that the earth can offer shelter if we have the wisdom to see it.